Shalom, shalom.
So,
First and foremost, as always, we want to start off giving all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Kakadash.
Kakadash. Double honors, of course, to our apostles and our elders, a great millstone who rule well, teach you on sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children that the Lord will have mercy on these last days. Alright, it's the brothers from GMS Cleveland. Okay, back with another edifying lesson, Lord willing to edify the elects. Alright, lamb and sheep, so Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, the title of this lesson is the next phase. Alright, the next phase going into, brothers should be watching. It's a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
The apostles always speak about, or I should say, they always talked about that when certain things be made manifest, it was going to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, certain prophecies was going to be more manifested. It was the time was going to speed up, and that's what we're seeing on the earth. Everything is speeding up because certain things are being put heaven into the earth, certain things. Dealing with the potato plant, right? Dealing with the next phase, what's the next phase, what's to come. You got different struggles, you got potato plant, or you got the potato plant, you got the potato struggle. Okay,
World War III.
right, and that's gonna be the last part. You got France fight, sounds like England. You see right now on the earth.
Famine.
Famine
Pestilence.
at the highest level.
Right.
You know,
Well, these things are already here. It's just a matter of time before the fullness of it actually reaches people. But, we just have to, see the deliverance and the coming of Yahweh Shai.
right,
You know.
right. This is my memory correct. Ezekiel 26, and bear with me. This is Ezekiel 26, because the brother just said Would you remember what you just said?
Yeah, I said these prophecies pretty much already here. It's just a matter of seeing the fullness of them. Before the coming of Yahweh Shai.
Right, Khan. Damn, I can't remember where it's at, but you could bring that out real quick.
Con. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. It says, "So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies, for wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries by the same, through thou didst glorify us, whom thou hast called." So through the destruction of our enemies, which we currently seeing in the destruction, America ain't as big and bad as it was, years ago. It ain't, business booming as it was a couple years ago. It ain't, what I mean. People don't look up to America like they used to, because now you got America's competition receiving glory from from the Lord. Like the scriptures, well, I'm gonna read this one more time. It says, "So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteousness, the salvation of the righteous, and destruction of the enemies."
Yeah. His destruction is our salvation.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's what that's going into, because that's talking about the first Egypt, and this is likened unto Egypt, spiritual Egypt. The same things that was then is now. So the next phase and what we're entering into is the next phase to it's pivotal for Israel's sake, man. Why is
Mm-hmm.
it so pivotal? Because it's gonna bring our salvation.
Exactly.
So the things that must come is the things that we just mentioned a little ago, man.
Exactly.
Okay, the different prophecies and plagues and pestilence. Matter of fact, can you grab Second Esdras 9:1? Because this is how the scriptures talk about how the Lord, His voice is like is likened unto thunder, all right, and how He visits the earth, and how He speaks on the earth.
All right. Con. Want me to go ahead?
Yeah, you got it.
This book of Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past," which we seeing part of these signs past, like we just mentioned, majority of these prophecies is already here. It's just they haven't reached their climax, the peaks yet. You know, it says, he answered me then.
Right, cause Slakia, start at the 8th chapter, the last verse. Slakia.
Come on. Let me see.
Cause based on what you just said, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Cause,
God,
cause,
bro.
cause what we're about to enter into is you know is what we've been. The prophets start with our apostles, starting with their elders
Satan.
and teachers.
Satan.
All right, all right. Abba Bivens. All right, King Masha. All right, High Priest Aliyah, High Priest Iqua. You know,
Come on.
the whole setup, how the Lord set it up, the house of David, you know, the split, you know, everything, our apostles, you know, the truth, the Most High has been sifting, and He's been manifesting the truth abundantly, okay? Because why? The wickedness has been increasing, so therefore righteousness had to increase too, okay? To the point that it had to do it what? Do the sealing of the elect,
Mm-hmm.
so that now we can enter into the next phase. The next phase is redemption and salvation.
Exactly.
And on the carnal level, the next phase is those things that actually going to issue in our redemption and our salvation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we mentioned, Jacob's trouble, because it tell you in Wisdom of Solomon 3, the Lord tried them for Himself. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the things that has to come into the world. That's why the scripture mentioned the righteous should be scarcely saved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't shorten the days, then no flesh will be saved. So showing you that those things had to play a part in the redemption of the elect, man. Okay, this is the next phase we're about to enter into. You have the again, I'll put on the title too. I didn't put the executive order, but I put
14:67.
140:67. This is Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? And this is how the mindset of our people think. You know, they think.
You
Throughout
right.
history to
Hey,
be able to link it all together, man.
and he gave you teachers.
Exactly.
You know.
That's the beautiful. That's a beautiful point. How can I learn except some man should guide
So,
me?
yep, yep.
So he gave you. Brothers got children. You know what I'm saying? So they had to grow, didn't they?
Yeah,
They was babies, right?
con.
So
with the NW0. Once again, going into the topic of the lesson was 14067. All of these different code numbers and stuff that they using for these different plans, but also to carry out the Lord's
they come out unto the press, and they had a council, and they no man, these dates have been set in stone for them to play out these different shit, bro. Like it's no, bro. All their dates are on time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not no. This is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, when they took hold of thee by thy hand. Oh, Salaki. I went to Ezekiel. Going back to Jeremiah. Because I'm going to read that real quick. This is Jeremiah 30. Can you get Daniel 12? This is Jeremiah 30:1. Jeremiah 30:7. Salaki. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So it's called Jacob's trouble, but it's also Esau's trouble. You see, because the next phase is, see, everything is balanced, man. Everything is about to happen for both sides, man. Esau's going down. Esau's going down. Jacob's being risen up. Okay. Our trouble, we're going to enter into our trouble. They're going to enter into their trouble too. You know why? Because the things that the Lord need to happen for Israel, the elect, during Jacob's trouble, is ultimately going to be the cherry on top for Esau's destruction, man. You see, which is his trouble. Because they tell you that in Job, all throughout Job 5, Job 14, Job 20, the Lord is going to disappoint his enterprise. He set bounds that he cannot pass, man. Job 7, there's appointed time unto man to rule, okay? There's an appointed time to every man upon the earth, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so every man has his appointed time, and that's how he's going to, Shlaki, go ahead, all right?
This book, Daniel chapter 12, verse, when we start at 9.
No, 1.
Verse 1, it says, at that time shall Michael.
Bring it down a little bit.
This book, Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in a book. You know, so hey, the archangel Michael gonna have to stand up. That's how you know, severe these times is gonna be. You know, we ain't just because you're gonna have. It says it's like a real quick, bear with me. It says such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. Hey, meaning out of all of the times on the face of the earth, ain't gonna never be no time like how it's about to be pretty soon. You know, all out hell, man. You know, to the point of where once again the angel Michael gonna have to stand up for more support and protection for the elect and 1/3.
That's right. Because in the scripture again it said, it reiterated that point again, a time like never before. So that's the next phase, man. The next phase is a time like never before. Hey, get ready, man. Hey, man, get ready, man. Bro, what's it? August? Bro, August flew past. It's about to be September in 2-3 weeks. You know? It's about to be September already, man. You got October, November, December. We about to enter into this dark winter, man. that Sleepy Crow has been talking about
Yeah.
for the last 2 years.
Shit,
man.
last year's winter was bad. Hey, if this shit getting worse, man, you already know what's about to happen, bro. We gonna, hey, for us, we gonna have to have strong faith, man. You know, but
And
for the rest,
that's what it's about. Slacky, you got finish your
shit,
point.
I was gonna say for us, we gonna have strong faith, but for the rest of the people who continue to trust in these fucking devils that's set up, hey, they gonna they about to have a rude awakening, man.
Yeah, and cause right. So the times we about to move into, the next phase, we're about to enter into a dark. Or we about to. I'm gonna say we're gonna enter in, like it says in Revelation 18, right? And it's like I'm trying to brain fart, but I'm just use Revelation 18. Her sins have reached unto heaven. We're about to enter into the peak of this man's wickedness, man. People talk about slavery, you know, different. Bro, you ain't seen shit yet, man. You ain't seen how wicked this man can be. Remember, the Most High is in control. The Most High he created that vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a significant weight to it. Don't underestimate a demon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate the power on the left hand side. Who did it come from? It comes from the Most High, man. You see, it comes from the Most High, man. Everything answers to the Lord, man. So you can't underestimate it because it's judgment. It comes from the Most High. So the point taken is that the darkness, the cloud that's about to be over this place, man. If you thought it wasn't dark enough, it's about to be really dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not gonna be no sun, no sunshine piercing through the clouds, man. It's literally about to get gruesome out here, man. You know.
Kind of. Then, yeah, that's pretty much on that. But the next verse.
Bro, you got
it. Verse 2, it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Which that's dealing with, how, pretty much, how the ones that ain't believe they gonna come back and come to this understanding. But verse 3, I wanted to get. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, because like the scriptures say, going to like it made me think about Amos, not the sidetrack, but Amos chapter 8 and verse 12, where it talk about like how they gonna seek this out, because the Lord is about to put these people in a situation where they gonna have to trust in Egypt, or they gonna have to trust the prophets, which is the teachers that the Lord set up, So if you ain't trusting the prophets right now, you're gonna be in a weird predicament, because you're gonna have to actually, the Lord gonna put remembrance in a lot of people's minds, like all of the breakdowns that we given right here and right now, and they gonna be seeking this out, man.
Yep. That's a like the Lord, it brought can you get Ezekiel 29:6 and 7, then jump down to 16. The Most High brought monstrous apparitions against these people before.
You said Ezekiel what?
29:6 and 7, verse 6-7, then jump down to 16 to go with what you just said. But the Most High brought monstrous apparitions on these people before. So when I think about it like this, if the Most High brought monstrous apparitions, it was something you just said that made me think of that.
How these people gonna have to seek this out when the Lord put it on their spirit.
If the Lord brought monstrous apparitions to what Shy, how much more the Lord will put them in the minds of the people to understanding at that moment, but they can't do nothing about it. And what I mean by the understanding is like they're gonna catch it's a term in the world, not an epiphany. I don't know if that's the right word, but the light bulb gonna go off on their head. To remember that, oh shit, they're gonna have it where they realize that this is talking about what these niggas on the street was talking about.
Because like you said, it's gonna be like a what's that word that you keep throwing around, like a eerie feeling in the air. It's gonna be that eerie feeling in the air, like everybody, because you gotta think, like when people come across a camp, when people like might come across somebody who know that they're Israelite or something like that, they being marked. The Lord. Right. That's when that opens up, and that opens up a whole nother level of thinking in their mind. Okay, we could be Israelite. Okay, this be the end of the world. So that means when the Lord take this away, that's all you had. Like whatever you learned from that experience of learning that you was an Israelite and we could be in the last days, that's all you gonna have in that time.
Yep.
So that's why we getting built up us knowing that we at the end, and us knowing that the other information that was given to us from that, we trying to get built up on that, so we don't have to be asked out in the knowledge.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what this spiritual temple is about. This third temple, the
Mhm.
bricks being laid upon it. You know what I'm saying? We building that house so that when the wind come, the scripture talking about Isaiah,
Mhm.
in Isaiah
Let me see.
59, that the enemy shall come in like the flood. Matter of fact, get that. Well, I mean, yeah, get that real quick and then go back to that Ezekiel.
Okay, kind of. You said Isaiah. That's
Isaiah
Isaiah.
59 and 19.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
Yeah, and it's talking about the east and the west because that's the whole earth, right?
Mhm.
And then the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the Most High will lift up a standard against him. So that standard, you go into that word standard, it's a way to escape. Okay.
Con.
So in that verse right there, so the
Which
Lord.
is this is the only escape, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only way that you're gonna be delivered from this flood. Cause the flood not only gonna come to the men of the Lord, it's gonna come to all you niggas, man.
Right.
You know, you think
Right.
this
Right.
devil, just because you helping him his purpose with his NW0, you think that's gonna stop him from getting on your ass too?
Well, that's why I got you holding Ezekiel 29.
29.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm gonna go back
Yeah,
over.
go to that real quick.
Uh,
You know, so but that last verse he read, the enemy shall come in like a flood. I mentioned that spiritual house being built, those bricks on top of bricks. So when that flood come, that Yahweh Shah talked about a sturdy foundation, not being built on sand and so forth, man.
Mhm.
So when this flood come in, Lord willing, we'll be able to stand on off the foundation, which is Yahweh Shah,
Right.
and which is what wisdom,
Mm.
because it tell you in 1 Corinthians 1:30 that that Yahweh Shah is made unto us wisdom, sanctification, redemption.
Come.
Okay, redemption, sanctification. Right. So he's made unto us the knowledge, the understanding, sanctification, the form of cleanliness, the redemption. He's made unto us our salvation. He's literally made unto us how we're going to be able to escape when the next phase enter in, man.
Come.
Doesn't mean we're not going to have to go through it, but we're going to he's made unto us the way that we get out of it. You see? That's the important part, that we get out of it. Shit, we done been all through all this shit. We think, you know
we've been,
you know
exactly.
You just go through it, man. You know what I'm saying? What more? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man. If that's the last part to make it over to that line, man. That's it, man. Let's go.
That's
man.
it, bro.
But again, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time.
Exactly.
Man. You see, the stability to keep us stable during what the next phase, man. Grab that real quick, alright?
This book of Ezekiel chapter 29 and verse.
Let me get ready to close out.
Which one? Verse 16?
No, Ezekiel 29. Started verse 6 and 7.
Verse 6 it says
Like quiet down a little bit too.
It says, and all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel.
Yeah, and the Egypt, like I tell you, what's that? Isaiah 31, right? Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. That because you had mentioned something. That's why I had you hold that, because you had mentioned it twice. But basically, you know, the people was going to look for the system
for help.
For help, man.
For stability. When the scriptures say, "Now wisdom and understanding shall be thy stability."
That's it, time. Bro. That's it, and that's why the Lord is going to tell you in 2 Esdras 5. The Lord is going to withdraw wit and understanding, which wit is understanding, and hide it into a secret chamber. That chamber goes into your mind, and the Lord is going to what? Meaning what? Cause our tongues to cleave to our mouth, so that so you know what I'm saying. So He's going to take the wisdom, you know, and keep it stored in the men of the minds of the men of the Lord, and not give it to free. Because we say free, give. You know, we're not giving it. We're not going to give it free no more.
Right.
So, hey, Matthew 25 about the oil. Let us, you know what I'm saying. Let us get some of your oil, bro. You know, as the parable goes, man.
That's the spirit. I literally just did a lesson on that, like, cause you not the sidetrack, but you see how Esau taking all the Bibles out of the different schools and stuff like that.
That's another thing. That's another thing that just happened. That just happened. I forgot where it was at, but that just happened, man. You know, oh shit, you got It's a video on YouTube. All right, you should watch out if I was watching it before they, try to
Take it down.
take it. You know what I'm saying? By Robert Kiyosaki and Mark Moss. Okay, it's called the last great um. I'm gonna say it's called the I don't want to say the title, but the last great reset, man. That's the name of the title.
Mm.
All right, and they go into it, man. It's like it's different videos that they go into, man. But it's a specific one that's called that title. And you should watch. That's about 12, 13, probably 14 minutes long, man. I might, Lord willing, I could re-upload it on the channel, but you know how they do. But anyways, you should watch that, man, cause they going into that. I saw that the other day, and I had fell asleep on it. You know what I'm saying? Then the brother reposted it today, and I'm like, oh, that's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So because why? Because that what they were saying in the video, one of the things the dude said, he said even they have striked and took in some of my videos down. He was talking because he's a public figure. Okay, these are public figures, so that's very important. You saw what they did with DJ Trump. They use him as an example what they're gonna do to the men of the Lord and these so-called truthers out here. Talking about he got secret documents and you know what I'm saying. He was the president, man. You know what I'm saying? So that they don't give a hell who you are. So that's what we're about to. That's the next phase, and we're about to enter into the persecution of the saints.
Exactly.
Okay. The ones that uphold to these church. You see what happened at Nicaragua, right? Which is I think that was Nicaragua where they Elder Malcolm sent it to me, man. I can't remember. But they closed all the churches down over there, man. And they deal with a lot of Catholicism over there, man. So these are the next phases we're getting ready to go into. All right, entering into the persecution of the saints. Okay, I mentioned the churches because they say those that persecute you think they do the Most High service. Paraphrasing. That's gonna happen too. You're gonna have these church folks also helping the government pinpoint you with family. You might have a cousin that's a pastor.
Exactly.
Hey, that nigga over there, man, go get that nigga. He the biggest pimp in the world, man. You see what I'm saying? This is the next phase. And look, it's gonna all happen simultaneously. It's gonna happen fast, like a domino. Because what they talking about December, what we started out with is in the title, 14067. That's what the main focus is. So if that's about to be pushed heavy around these next couple of months, going into the next year, if we're gonna see how it go out, then everything else got to be coming too. Jacob's trouble at a height, because like Apostle Tara said, we believe that we're entering in at the start. We believe we're in Jacob's trouble right now, man, at the start of it, and it's gonna gradually progress fast, man. And then you got like we said, the persecution of the saints. You know what I'm saying? Taken up before governors, man. Scripture say, think not what to say.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Those are the things that we're about to come against, man. And it's gonna happen within the next 5 to 7 months, man. 5 to 10 months, 5 months to a year, man. We don't know how long we got. I just don't see this thing being no longer than 2 years at the most, and 1 year at the minimum. You know what I'm saying? So Lord willing, you know what I'm saying. Speaking as a man, based off how the prophecies is going, man, I don't see this thing playing out no longer than 2 to 3 years, man. No longer than 2025, and you know what I'm saying, and shorter than that, man. It's 2022 now, man. You know the way the prophecies is moving, there's no way, man. There's no way, man. I'll be
right,
shocked.
because you know when Esau move, he really gonna move. We see, like you had mentioned the Donald Trump thing. Hey, what's the one dude that just got fined like 14 million or some shit?
Are you talking about Alex Jones?
Yeah, like the whole stage is being set, like and like the scriptures say, the book of Revelation 12 verse 12, it say he shall come. He know that he got a short time, so that like hey, you know when he move, he really gonna move. Like he not gonna waste no time, and the Lord gonna put the spirit on that, man. Because like the scriptures say that, the scriptures say that like you know the time should be shortened for the elect's sake, man. Because we know that all of these next couple of prophecies that has to be fulfilled, because they here, but they have to be fulfilled to the fullest. You know, that's the last that we need until Yahushua come back.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yo, because it's nothing but a movie. Everybody loves movies, man. You know what I'm saying? That dramatic, that suspense, and that climax, and protagonist and the antagonist. You got good guys, bad guys, all that good stuff, right? But what happens? The best movies that sell the best and theatrical environments is a romance flick. You know what I'm saying? Like a and that's what this is. We got captured by the enemy.
Mhm.
We're the Most High's woman, and we got captured by the enemy. And the Most High is coming to redeem his enemy, the superhero, the one that the you know what I'm saying? He's gonna
Mhm.
come and pick his woman, save us from the hands of the enemy, man. The one that took us hostage, man. This is a beautiful movie, man. You know, when the guy comes save his woman, she be all beat up,
Mhm.
tied up, and spits on
Yeah.
her and shit. That's what the Lord is coming. We go all beat
Mhm.
up,
Yeah.
Jacob's trouble. We gonna be
Yeah.
beat up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
War down. You know.
Right. Cause like you had mentioned, shit. Like we went through all this shit. Now like, hey, we ready to take the last step. You know, which that last step that we gonna have to, the last jump that we might have to take. You know, it's not gonna be. You know, it ain't gonna be like it's gonna be a pleasant one. You
Right.
know, but it's gonna be much needed for us to move further into prophecy so that the Lord can come back and deliver us, man.
That's right. You
But
got it.
want me to close out with this?
I got one more.
Okay,
What you
Con.
got?
I had read verse 6. I ain't get
Oh
verse
yeah,
7.
read 6, 7, and 16. Nah, then you can get second after 16. We close with that.
Con, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 29, verse 6. It says, "And all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel. When they when they took hold of thee by thy hand, thou didst break and rend all their shoulder."
Yeah, so they took you by the hand as a helping hand, but they also broke you, man. Cause why? Cause can two walk together unless they
Let's
be
be
agreed?
agreed.
It's impossible. You got it.
And when they leaned upon thee, thou breakest and madest all their loins to be at a stand.
Yeah, and that's what is going on right now. Going into this next phase, the
Right.
people is leaning upon
Con.
Egypt, and it's actually gonna be their demise. It's actually gonna break them. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna keep them up, because a staff is meant to support you on your walk, to dig into the ground. You know what I'm saying? You can lean upon it and it keep you up.
Con.
But they're gonna lean upon the staff of Egypt, but it's gonna break. It's not
Exactly.
real. You know what I'm saying? It's
Con.
artificial. You
Con.
about to say
Well,
something?
I was gonna say, cause that's beautiful, because you look at how Esau had established this kingdom. It was upon the pretty much the destruction of the nation of Israel. You know, so that's a crutch right there. You know, because the nation of Israel was always supposed to be at the top of a kingdom and not the bottom. So that's the crutch right there. So when you trust in this, you know, that's the broken staff, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Come on.
But verse 16, it says and it shall be no more the confidence of the house of Israel.
Ooh, so you see, it
Mm.
should be no more the confidence of the house of Israel. Egypt.
Yeah, because people put confidence in the Section 8. People put confidence in the food stamps and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, what's gonna happen when you not, you know, provided with those dainties no more, man?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
it's
They're gonna go crazy, which is gonna also fulfill the next phase.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? For the wicked to
yeah,
do wickedly. The
exactly,
scriptures
bro.
say the wicked do wickedly. They're
Mhm,
created to do wicked things, man. You know, that's what's gonna happen, because the dainties that they had confidence in,
mhm,
the riches destroy, the gifts destroy the heart.
mm,
The
mhm,
dainties that they trusted in from Egypt is gonna actually be their destruction. Because again, I quoted Isaiah 31. You go to the third verse. It says, "Both of them that hope and shall fall," man. So the one they're holding hands with Esau, thinking they're gonna skip in the sunset, man, on the beach, skipping in the sunset like Baywatch or one of these Esau movies, man. But no, the Lord is about to give you Independence Day, man. He about to get your ass. You know what I'm saying? All these different movies that have to deal with destruction. The Lord is about to give you that, man. Finish that out, all right?
It says, and it shall be the more the confidence of the house of Israel, which bringeth their iniquity to remembrance, when they shall look after them, but they shall know that I am the Lord power.
Yeah, and that's what it says in Psalms 9,
Mm.
16. The Lord is known by his judgment. You go down to the next verse. It said, the Lord is going to bring it upon all the nations that have forgotten the Most High. See,
Mm-hmm.
it's about his name. In Ezekiel 36, he said, I, I believe it's Ezekiel 36. He said, I don't do these things for your sake, but for my name's sake. You see, the Lord is about to let this next phase happen for his name's sake, for his glorification. You see, and also too, because we are attached to his name, so therefore he has to redeem us, because we are a representation of his image, his name, him. You know.
Con.
So the next phase we're about to walk into, man, is very pivotal that you understand what's about to take place. You gotta
Mhm.
Jake don't know about executive orders and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
I know
yeah.
we didn't when we was
Right.
in the world. You
Con.
know what I'm saying? We ain't what the fuck is an
They care
executive
less
order?
about that.
Yeah, a nigga executive order, bruh. You know what I'm saying? They thinking about, you know what I'm saying, the next boat yacht they about to be on and so forth,
Mhm.
man. See, you gotta stay tuned in, man. The brother read earlier, I set you upon your watch in Habakkuk 2. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So we have a watchman blows the trumpet and warn the city of the danger on the outside of the fence of what's approaching the city, so that they can prepare and not be overtaken. You see? You see? That was it on that,
Yeah,
right?
that's it on that.
This is second Ezra 16 and 17. We close out with this. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, the
Mhm.
beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. Evil is a compound word. Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. What shall I do? So these bad times, scripture talking about perilous times shall come, dangerous times shall come. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right, for correction and reproof. All right. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. But victuals should be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yeah, because also what you have to realize is that they bind a lot of these farmers up. Okay, they're creating this famine, man-made.
Mhm.
All right, and then on top of that, by doing so, it mentioned that victuals being so good. So what's gonna happen is you got these different stores that's putting these machines in the stores right up under your noses, and so now that when you have a famine, you have no choice but to comply, because why? You've been starved to death. When somebody starves somebody, like, you're liable to do anything, man. You turn into a beast. Okay, you ever seen your dog? People that got pets or had pets in the past, try to starve your dog for a couple of days, and then finally pour him some food and try to touch his bowl. He gonna growl at your ass. Or
Mhm.
even if you feed him regularly, if you trying to touch his food, man, he don't feel like he eating enough. He gonna
Yeah,
a
con.
poodle to the smallest dog, man.
Mhm.
So it does. So how much more a human, man? They're gonna be in that beastly like nature,
Exactly.
and they're not even gonna think in their conscience. That's why you're gonna have something called women eating their children. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say the name, but you're gonna have people eating their own uh, uh, uh,
See it, bro.
seed, man. Their own children. Granny in the back room can't lead a couch and shit because she can't stand. Her ass is a big ass turkey, man. You know, that's what's gonna happen, man.
It's
And
fucking
that's why
crazy, bro.
and that's why they weaponize the food, because when you weaponize the food, you got everybody obese. It's gonna prepare people for that 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 c word. You know what I'm saying? To be able to eat another human, man. That's what it was for. To make people obese, so that when you starve them to death, they're gonna look at these. You know how them cartoons, they make fun of it in cartoons. When niggas get real hungry and they see the fat nigga turn into a big ass chicken, the person turn into some type of food. That's what's about to happen. These people gonna be turning into food. They're gonna go delusional, man. When you go into the etymology of crazy, it goes into sickly,
Mm.
diseased in the being sick in the mind. That's the etymology of crazy. So these people gonna go crazy because their disease means with dis-ease. The
Mm.
body is not at ease, not at rest. So the people is gonna go crazy because their body's not going, their mind's not gonna be at rest. You see, it says in great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the earth and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Yeah, so that's it on that, man. That's the next phase, man. The next phase is great death, man. Great dearth. Okay. You see, the Lord took the mirth out of the earth. He's taking the
Mhm.
mirth out of the
Mhm.
earth, but you still gotta have some type of normalcy, like it talks about in Matthew 24.
Mhm.
As the days of Noah, they was
Right.
eating and drinking and
Yeah.
marrying. So you're gonna still have that as a. It's gonna be, people gonna be confused because they're like, how the fuck is these niggas not affected by
Right.
this famine and they getting married? You talking about your cousin getting married? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna
Yeah.
be a major stumbling block unto
Yeah, bro.
majority of the world, and they're
Con.
not gonna know how to react. watch the movie Forever Purge, man. That's what that was about.
Beautiful point, bro.
You know, purging out, you know, Jake, but also going into the mindset of niggas was fed up with the uppities. You see, they was fed up with the niggas that had the money. You see, because the niggas that got the money, they don't have to worry about famines and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to, because they're good, man. They don't have to worry about the things that the poverty have to worry about, man. And that's what that movie was going into, the other part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, you about to say something?
No, shit. That's it on that.
Yeah. So, Lord, when it's edifying, man, again, we want to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Again, double honors to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, rule well, teacher on sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That the Lord have mercy on these perilous times, many dangerous times that we're living in. We're in. At the end, baby, let's go, man.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, the scripture say again, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, man. So if the Lord had you about to get beheaded in a guillotine, man, what did Trump do? He was pushing that guillotine. When you brought that up, because that's what we're about to enter into too, man. You know. So whatever is brought upon you, take cheerfully, man. Know it's coming from the Lord, and that's an honor. That's an honor to die in the name of the Lord, die for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not giving up the name of the Lord, like his reputation. We're not gonna fold. We're not gonna bend our knees to Baal. That's the mindset. You know, you gotta pray that the Lord keep you in during that time, man. Cause that's an honor, man. Because the scripture say He will avenge the blood of the saints. All right, in Revelations 18, the last verse. He will avenge them of the blood of the saints, man. All right, so Lord, when it's edifying, until next time, a Bible boy.
Shalom.